Former Ohio lawmaker goes back on trial tomorrow. Pete Beck is accused of dozens of charges stemming from his involvement in a failed tech company. Beck was listed as the chief financial officer. Local 12's Brad Underwood tells us what we can expect in court in the morning.
This second week of the bench trial against Pete Beck should really start to heat up, taking the stand more of his ex-business partners. And many of these people have taken deals in exchange for their testimony against Pete Beck. Pete Beck is accused of misleading investors who lost millions of dollars dumping cash into Christopher Technologies, or C-Tech. All of his ex-business partners will be on the stand eventually, but Mark Woods kicked things off last week, testifying Beck was in fact the chief financial officer of C-Tech.
I can tell you categorically that he took on responsibilities as CFO. He took on the name of the CFO. He talked to people and presented himself as the CFO. And from my perspective, he was the CFO.
The defense is trying to prove to Judge John Andrew West that Beck wasn't the CFO of C-Tech, but instead some kind of financial advisor. Woods and John Fussner founded C-Tech. The company briefly had a product, but quickly went belly up. For 3 days, Beck's attorney, Ralph Conan, questioned the lead investigator for the Ohio Department of Security's Harvey McCleskey.
I think this points out, don't you agree, the difference between being an acting CEO or an outside CFO consultant and being a duly appointed, elected W-2 CFO. Would you agree?
I'm not sure I would.
Okay.
McCleskey also read complaints from investors as Beck continued to take a beating. And the second week of testimony most likely won't get any better for the defense. The judge has already heard from Mark Woods. Coming up this week, you're going to hear from the other co-founder of C-Tech, John Fussner, as well as Chip Demois. He is the last co-conspirator who took a deal to testify against Beck. Outside the Hamilton County Courthouse, Brad Underwood, Local 12 News.
Beck's trial is scheduled to last for 3 more weeks. Stay with Local 12 for continuing coverage.